If you're gripping the club like this, you're literally throwing up to 50 yards away every single time. I've really been thinking about something that's going to make you furious. 99% of golfers are taught in a way that almost guarantees that they give up distance and slice the ball and hit weak shots off to the right. Quite often your golf friends or even some of the pros out there are lying to you about how to hold the golf club. So here's what's happening to you right now. You set up to the golf ball, you make what feels like a nice swing, and then all of a sudden, no compression, weak shots, poor distance, and absolutely zero power. Meanwhile, there's that guy in the group, the one that just swings dead easy, nice and smooth, and all of a sudden he's hitting it 40 yards past you every single time. Then you start to think, is it my driver? Do I need to swing faster? Do I need to get stronger? Wrong. Quite often what you need to do is you need to fix your grip and you need to get your arms in a position that's going to help you get a stronger ball flight with a lot more ball speed that's going to fly off the face. So here's what hardly anyone tells you about the grip. Look at your hands right now. You probably, most likely, if you're a guy who slices the ball or doesn't hit the ball very far, you probably see one knuckle, maybe two. What a lot of people don't tell you, if you sneak that round to see maybe two, maybe even three knuckles, what's also going to happen, and this isn't really spoken about very often, this left arm is going to twist inwards. And that's where the magic really starts to happen. The arm doesn't get spoken about enough, but if we get a stronger grip, if we get an arm that's twisted more inwards, look what happens to the face. We've got so much more scope to start closing that club face. If you're in a weak position where you only see one knuckle, the left arm's twisted round, we can see the bottom of the forearm. Look what happens to the face as we swing. It starts to open up. You're much more likely to open the face throughout the swing rather than close it. That's where the compression ends. That's where the distance disappears. That's where the power is gone. So let's have a look at some of the best players in the world and what they do. If we look at guys like a Rory McIlroy, left arm twisted round to potentially three knuckles in the left arm, elbow facing the target. If we then look at Xander Schauffele, same idea, stronger left hand, see more of the top of the forearm, left elbow facing the target. So here's really the key to adding so much ball speed. So what we want to do when we set up to the golf ball, I want you to let your arm hang and twist your arm inwards. And what we're going to do is we're going to see that the elbow points towards the target. We're going to see more of the top of the forearm, and then we hold the club very much in the fingers. We want to hold that in the fingers, not through the palm. That would be a dangerous move. So in the fingers with the arm twisted inwards. And then what we should see is when we look down, one, two, maybe even a third knuckle potentially. We want to see more of the top of the arm, elbow to target, and actually what nobody really tells you about, there's a little notch in there in your wrist, and what we want to do, we want to have that on the right side of centre. So when you're looking down, if you've got writing on there, Golf Pride or any of the brands, you want that little knobbly piece here to be on the right hand side. And what you can do, you can grab a Sharpie pen, you can place that on your glove, and you can pay attention to where that is on the grip. So that's the left hand, and that gives us much better opportunity to square, close the face. And that's not all. That's not the only place that you can make a significant difference to club face and ball speed. Right hand, if we think about the right hand, the big mistake that a lot of golfers make, they really get this right arm very, very straight and on top, rather than, if we think of the palm, going round to the side or maybe even slightly underneath. So it's more underneath than you think. We definitely don't want it on top. As long as that palm's facing towards the target or slightly under, this right arm starts to flex slightly rather than being really, really straight. This right hand is more underneath, which again helps you close the club face rather than leaving it open for those weak slices. So this is where the magic really happens. If you want to just blast that ball off the face. So let's have a look at this one with the old grip. So we've got weaker left hand, we've got the right hand more on top, we've got the arms twisted to the left. Let's just see what happens to the ball flight, the distance, the compression. So it's much more round this way to the left, not strong enough, not as strong as what we can get it for more compressed strikes. And if we hit that ball as hard as we can, there is an absolutely perfect example of what can start to happen. You put lots in and you get nothing out. That ball's just been a high, weak flight, fading off to the right, and it just had no oomph. Now, let's give the new grip and the new arm structure a go. So, we've got the left arm, we're going to twist that more inwards. until the elbow points to the target. We're going to grip it in the fingers. We're looking for 1, 2, maybe even a third knuckle. And this little dot here, this little notch in your wrist on the right side of centre. Right hand twisted round and underneath, not on top of the grip. So it's much, much stronger. Now if we hit the ball with our normal swing speed, we are going to get so much more out of the golf shot. The ball is going to fly off the face. You're going to compress it. You might hit a couple to the left initially, then you might have to improve the path, but the ball speed will go through the roof and you'll hit the ball so much further. So now you're in a position where with the exact same swing speed, your ball speed just goes through the roof. It just goes so much quicker. And the next question you might have might be, right, am I going to start hooking it? And quite often what starts to happen is now that you don't see that ball go high and off to the right, you might initially see the ball go slightly left. That's fine, that's progress. The next part is about improving the path. Quite often what golfers then start to do is start to pivot their body better. They start to rotate their body better back and through. And quite often once you start hitting a slight hook or a little bit left, it very quickly starts to straighten out. A lot of the time rotation and bad movement comes from a wildly open face with lots of loft on it. So you'll be amazed how quickly you'll start to adjust once that face is in a good position. So let's show you exactly why all of that happens. If we've got the face open throughout the swing, the face is open pre-impact, what you're going to see in your golf swing, or what you're going to struggle with, is the body's going to stop. The hands are going to want to get really, really active. So you're either going to throw it early, twist it early, you're going to completely lose the strike, and then a couple of things are going to happen. You're going to give up rotation, because if we add that to the mix, the face is wide open. If you release the club early, you're probably going to stand up out your posture. All the stuff that's going to make you really, really inconsistent. When we fix the face, that's exactly why this new arm structure, new grip, gets us in a good position. When the face is in a good position here, pre-impact, naturally the club's going to release as it should. The face is in a good position to hit the target. Your body's going to start to rotate. You'll move into a nice finish position. Lots of good stuff is going to start to happen. The strike will become more consistent because we're not throwing it and standing up, manipulating that club face with the hands so much through impact. So you really will be amazed how quickly this starts to improve everything else in your golf swing. And I did this exact thing with one of my 60-year-old students just a couple of weeks ago. He was in a position where it was almost impossible to open the face. And as soon as we started to change it, it was a bit of a wow moment. No more slices, no more weak, non-compressed shots. As soon as this started to change, the ball flew off the face so much faster and we instantly gained 30 yards. So there was no more slices, no more weak fades, no loss of distance. We just got those arms and grip in a great position, ready to hit bombs and hit the ball better. And it honestly just feels so much better off the face when you start to get that right. But this comes with a warning. You definitely are going to feel uncomfortable. It's natural. It's going to feel horrendous. It won't feel nice to begin with, especially if you're someone who has had the arms are a lot more round to the right. It's a change. The grip is a lot more round to the right. The upper body, because you're not in this position, the upper body is pointing more to the right, which fixes the path. This changes the face, but that starts to improve your path also. So if you're swipey and across with an open face, this addresses all of that. So if there is some self-doubt in your head, do not listen to that voice. Do this for at least 50 shots. You'll be amazed at the difference. Don't just give it 5 shots because it feels uncomfortable. The first 5 probably aren't great. Don't even give it 10 or 15. Give it 50 shots and you'll be surprised that, yes, that might feel wildly uncomfortable to begin with. Once you've hit 50, it will feel so much easier already, just in one session. And once that initial horrible feeling is gone, you really will start to see your ball flight change. You should see it's stronger, more compressed, a lot less shape to the right. It just comes off the face so much quicker and feels so much better as well. And that's when you start to buy into it and you realise that that is what it needs to feel like, and then it's much, much easier to make that change. So if you found everything useful so far, please do click that like button, even smash that subscribe button so you get to see the videos that come out every single week to help you with your game. So no more weak shots. Let's get 2 to 3 knuckles in the left hand, arm twisted inwards more. Remember, elbow to target, with that right hand more underneath, then you're ready to hit the ball further. If you'd like any more specific tips to help you with your game, check out the description link below where you can get a free lesson with me via the Skillest app. So just check that out if you want more tips to help you hit the ball further. Check out that link, send some swings, and if you want any extra help with your golf, check out the 60-minute free practice guide in the description. So go and give that a go, get those arms and grip in a good position, go and start bombing those drives, and if you do want extra help, check out this video just here.